At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Hi, Rodney. See, I think if he's standing in the hallway, he needs to come in here. Come in here. All right. See, Rodney, I'm going to blame Rodney for us being late, even though it's not Rodney's fault at all.
But ironically, it's funny because I was late this morning. I never remember a dream. I remembered my dream this morning.
You did.
I did. I woke up.
Was it something we can talk about here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I have to preface it by that first.
I rarely remember dreams. And I remembered one when I woke up a few weeks ago. I can't remember what it was now. I couldn't tell what it was.
Okay.
But this one I don't think I'm ever going to forget because I woke up probably about 45 minutes late this morning, or maybe close to an hour late this morning.
Oh, my.
But as I was waking up this morning, I was dreaming that there was these little action figure size guys, about G.I. Joe size when we were kids. And there were about 6 or 8 of them. And they had like this rope, and they had it around my neck, and they were pulling on me. And I'd fallen asleep on the couch last night. And anyway, as they were pulling me up, I started hearing my alarm going off, and it was buried in the love seat on the next to me, and it was just at a faint distance. And I woke up like that with those little guys waking me up, my little G.I. Joe guys in my dream. I don't know.
Okay, number one, what kind of medicine did you take before bed, or what did you eat before you went to bed? I need to know.
That's a good question.
Spicy food?
What did I eat? I ate meatloaf last night.
Meatloaf?
I had meatloaf for lunch, and then I made meatloaf for dinner last night.
I love meatloaf.
I do too. I'm a meatloaf guy.
It's like so embarrassing.
But hey, I figured since I made you late, or since you blamed it on me, I would at least share a story with you this morning.
Well, I'm glad that you did, and I think that's fantastic. And I'm glad that you woke up and didn't, get strangled by the guys.
Right. Well, they weren't strangled. They were trying to help, man.
They were trying to get you up.
Yeah,
like,
they were pulling me up. Yeah, they were waking me up like, "Come on, Porterhouse, get up. It's time to go." So I like them. I hope they're around a little bit more. I need those little guys around to help out a lot.
Yeah, to help pull you up all the time. So what was your favorite when you were young? Did you have an action figure that was like your favorite?
It was G.I. Joe. It was about probably that tall, 8-10 inches tall. I had the helicopter you could fly around in with him, and he had all the outfits. I had a little box that had all of his clothes in it. And
wait, G.I. Joe had clothes?
Yeah.
So it was like a Barbie for boys?
It was absolutely a Barbie for boys.
That's so weird. Shut up. Really?
Yeah. And instead of having the Corvette, now he had like Jeeps and tanks
and
helicopters
he had
and
like
stuff
a tank
like that.
or something.
So, yeah.
I remember.
So it was basically Barbie for boys.
I'm just going to say that's a little bit weird.
I'm just going to leave on that note. Y'all have a great day.
You have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Our sweet Porterhouse, and he has to go back to his real job, which is Pure Rock 98.7. And so here we are. We are here this morning. Good morning, everyone. We appreciate you for tuning in. I had a phone call, made us a little bit late, so I apologize about that. But we are here this morning, and so we're supposed to perhaps, maybe, if we keep our fingers crossed and the internet works and all that stuff, perhaps have a visit from one of our most favorite guests of all time here on the program, and that is our good friend Jess Keli Adams. And she has released, it's a Christmas song, right, Dylan?
Yep. Under the Mistletoe.
It's called Under the Mistletoe, and she, if all works out, said that she might call us this morning and we could chat with her, but she was also kind enough to just send us the video, right, that we can play?
Yep.
Okay.
Have it right now.
You want to do that now?
Yep, we can go ahead and play.
And
it.
then we'll see if we can find Jess, and if not, it's because the internet's not working right and all that, so it's not her fault. But anyway, Jess Keli Adams, our good friend and Nashville artist, and she was kind enough to send us her new Christmas song. So we hope that you enjoy it, and then we'll be back on the other side of that.
It ain't the presents from Santa Claus. It ain't the choir singing at the mall. It ain't dinner at Grandma's. Although I really love her eggnog. It ain't the lights up and down the street. The only thing that I really need, a warm fire with the music low, and kissing you under the mistletoe. I love everything about Christmas. All of it makes me smile. But there's only one thing this time of year that always drives me wild. It ain't the tinsel on the Christmas tree. It ain't the kids on Santa's knee. Oh, I really like Grandma's eggnog and the reindeer antlers on the top. It ain't the wreath hanging on the door. You got me feeling like a kid in a candy store. It ain't the sleigh rides in the snow. It's kissing you under the mistletoe. Oh, let's play. Oh, it ain't the snowman out in the yard. It ain't the mantle full of Christmas cards. It ain't the elves dancing on the roof. I think collecting on the hunch of proof. There's only one thing that makes me weep. It happens every single Christmas Eve. It ain't Rudolph's shiny nose. It's kissing you under the mistletoe. My arms around you, boy, I love you so. And kissing you under the mistletoe. Oh, under the mistletoe. Meet me under the mistletoe.
She's so cute. And that was our good friend Jess Keli Adams. Sorry, it is a little glitchy. We're having horrible internet issues here this morning, and so maybe we can play that again when we can get it downloaded properly, right, Dylan?
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
We'll give it a shot. So yeah. So the funny thing is, so Jess has been here in the studio a couple of times, and she always brings her mom and her grandma, who you saw in there imbibing on some of that eggnog, and also her dog Fancy, who all appeared right there in the video, along with some handsome gentleman, which I have not heard about yet. So I need to ask her whether he's real or not. But anyway, no, lots and lots of fun, and love to see Fancy in there with her Christmas sweater on as well. That would be her pup, who is absolutely adorable. So, all right. So Dylan is over here. What are we going to talk about, Dylan?
Well, soon we'll have her on the show. I believe so. But I did want, you mentioned the pup being adorable. I just want to say Porterhouse was late today because of his weird army dream and such.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
That was a bit of a weird dream.
I'm a little concerned about his mental state.
Yeah, that was a little concerning. But me, I was late today. You don't have to be concerned about my mental state, but I was late today because my dog curled up next to me, and that is just the hardest thing to get
I
up
get
from.
it. I know.
I know, it's like kryptonite.
Yeah,
And I just fell back asleep with him.
I know.
And then I woke up like 15 minutes before I was supposed to be here, and I was like, "Oh man."
I get it.
But it's a pretty valid reason. Like if I came in late and they asked me like, "Why are you here late?" I would just tell the truth. Like my dog curled up next to me.
And I couldn't.
I know,
I
man.
couldn't step away. No, I have the same thing happen. So when we got Marley, she never, ever, ever, because she's a big lab, so she never tried to get on like furniture or anything like that. She never slept with us or anything like that. So we assumed that when we got the corgi puppy, it would be the same, except for she had other ideas. So now I will say she doesn't sleep with us during the night, but as soon as like the alarm goes off, she's in the middle of the bed like, hey
Yeah.
guys, hey. But she sleeps, so she's got this whole thing where she, like at night, if I like lay on the couch or whatever, she lays like on her back like this, like right here, and she puts her little head right here and just goes to sleep, and it's the cutest thing. So I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, dogs have
like,
a way with
aw.
that kind of stuff. It's just
It's
hard
like
to
I
tell
can't
them
tell
no.
them no. Yeah,
Yeah, it gets tough. It's just, I mean, how can you look at a cute little dog and say no?
you can't.
It's just the worst to try to say no to
And
them.
it's like, and you will lay there and be completely uncomfortable just so that they can be comfortable.
My
and
dog
it's
does
so
the
weird.
opposite. He's super uncomfortable, so he can lay on top of me. I don't know why he does that. I have a picture on here of him here somewhere. Oh, there he is.
So cute. Aw. Little baby. Yeah, that's a face that's hard to resist.
Struggling to focus, but you can get that. Oh, there you go. There.
I was trying to get out of the. There we go. If you get me out of the picture. Oh, so cute.
I
I
couldn't
feel
say
ya.
no to that.
I get you, man. I get you.
Not trying to be late to work, but I mean, how can you say no to
You
that?
can't turn that down.
You can't. It's impossible.
I want to thank whoever made this studio 7,000,000 degrees today.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a sauna in here. And the funny thing is, like, you feel it for an hour. I'm in here like all day, man.
Ugh. Yeah, it's a little bit rough in here. So, I thought this was interesting. I saw this morning. Variety magazine for the first time released the top 100 TV shows of all time.
Mhm.
So it would
Of
be.
all
I thought
time.
of
That's
all
a-
time.
That's a lot of time.
I know. Top 100 of all time.
Yeah, I mean, and it kind of like dates back too, because like the popularity of a show being one of 3 shows might have skyrocketed it so high that it'd be hard to beat. I mean, we probably beat it by now.
Yeah, for the Main Street TV.
Oh, I mean, we could have. We'll have to see. Maybe we're on there.
So yeah, I don't think so. But nice try. But I thought it would be interesting to go over like maybe like the top 15 or something like that. To see if you can guess any of them.
Oh, you want me to guess some older style TV shows?
Yeah, what
I'll
was
give it
I
a shot.
thinking? So, like, what is your favorite TV show of all time?
Big Bang Theory.
Okay. I could see where that would probably be on there somewhere.
Think so.
So, I'll just go over the top 15 because I think it's really interesting because some of them are old. Some of them are like more recent. Some of them are still on. Like,
Mhm. I definitely have a guess I'm going to throw on there.
do you have any guess what the top TV show would be of all time? I would have never guessed it, but I see why it is. But I would have never guessed it.
I doubt it's the top of all time, but I definitely have a guess. Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
I
Have
don't
you
know.
watched that?
Like a couple episodes of it.
Yeah, well, it was pretty big for a while.
Yeah, it was pretty big for a while.
And then it fell out really bad.
Well, we'll see if it's in the top 15. How's
I
that?
think it ought to be in the top 15 at least.
Okay. All right. Number 15, a show that is currently here. I'll give you hints. How's that?
That'll help.
A show that is currently still on that began in 1975.
1975.
And it's currently still on. Does anybody know?
I have a
Number
guess.
15.
It may be too far back. The Simpsons?
1975.
I mean, man, it's been on forever.
Oh, for the love of God. No, 1975 is when I was born. So it's like 50 years ago.
I
The
mean, man,
Simpsons has been on for not that long. I promise.
I mean,
you.
it's like the longest running cartoon.
It is. So 1975. Think about that.
Okay, we're going live action. I mean, can you tell me if it's like a sitcom or if it's like one of them, like, you know, like Saturday Night Live or something like that, where it's...
Yes.
Wait, what? It's Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Oh, dang, I got it.
It is Saturday Night Live. Number 14. Well, this is one that you would never know because it happened between 1959 and 1964. So this is way before our time, too.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not going to be The Simpsons. I know that's
It
off
was
there.
a super duper creepy show, and I know that you've heard of it.
Into the Twilight Zone or whatever.
Yes.
Hey, I'm
Look at
getting
you,
them.
The Twilight Zone. Very good. Good
Nice.
job. All right, number 13 is a show that my husband and I absolutely love. It's very current. It ended this year. With its last episodes. It was probably only on for 4 or 5 seasons, I would guess. It was on mainstream TV.
Main Street TV, what?
Mainstream TV. It was on HBO, 2018 to 2023.
That sounds pretty present for sure. So, ended this year. HBO. Let's see if the comments got any guesses.
Yeah. Anybody have any guesses?
Because I am
Don't cheat
stumped,
either.
guys. Yeah, don't use Google. Let's check.
One of my favorite shows, certainly most recently, it's about a family and they're certifiably all crazy, but brilliant.
Okay, I'm
all
not
at the
sure
same
how
time.
long ago these were, but we have some guesses. This might have been for earlier when I guessed it with the SNL.
Okay.
Leave It to Beaver, so that's probably from the SNL guess. MASH 4077.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see if MASH is on there.
All right, any more guesses?
Anyone? Number 13 just ended this year, just a couple months ago. Final episode.
Dang. I feel like I should get this. I can't even think of any HBO shows that have been canceled lately.
Macaulay Culkin's brother is in it.
The Who.
Oh, Jesus. The kid in Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, yeah.
His brother, who's also in Home Alone, is in this show.
Yeah, you lost me. I ain't getting this one.
Succession.
No way I would have got that. I'm not even sure what that is.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. I'm going to keep playing with you, but I got to run and grab something.
Okay. All right. Number 12, you should know. It has been on PBS and HBO and Max from 1969 to the present.
HBO and Max. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, guys.
PBS, HBO. From 1969 till now. It's still running.
I mean, that's a long time, but I'm not really sure about that one.
I can guarantee you've watched this show 100,000 times.
Is it something like Arthur?
What did you watch on PBS growing up?
Arthur.
And there's a Christmas movie. There's all kind of movies about them.
Oh, Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I feel like that was really far out of the ballpark.
That was a movie. This is a series.
One comment called Gunsmoke.
I don't know. We'll see if Gunsmoke's on there. Good thinking. This is a series that's been on since 1969 and it's still running. Kids watch it.
Is it animated?
No.
Reading Rainbow is what James Wolfe said.
No. Well, no. Sesame Street.
Yeah, that's valid. I wouldn't have thought of that.
You didn't watch Sesame Street growing
I
up?
actually didn't. Oh, Steve Lloyd just commented Sesame Street. So
Okay,
he would've
thank
got
you,
that.
Steve. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I never actually watched that as a kid.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe the puppets freaked me out.
I thought all kids grew up watching Sesame Street.
Not this kid.
Anywho, the Muppets. So, okay, number 11 is a show. I bet Steve gets this one too. That ran on NBC from 1982 to 1993, and I was so sad when it ended. and it was probably one of the best shows of all time, and it involved a bar.
Okay. It involved a bar. And it was one of your favorite shows of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Was it-
1982 to 1993.
Oh boy, I wasn't even born yet. Okay, let me think here for a second. 1982 to 1993
Mm-hmm.
with a bar.
The whole show was about a bar. Anyone?
Let's see if anyone else got it.
I'll bet
Someone
somebody
said Cheers.
Yes, very good. Cheers.
Yeah, that would not have been what I'd guess.
Number 10 is Roots, and I'm sorry I've never seen Roots, so
I haven't either.
I'm sorry about that.
I know, I'm gonna show you my roots.
Yeah, not the Ben Davis Jr. song. Number 9, super classic, but it ran from 1970 to 1977, so it was actually before my time as well. But I would say it could be argued that it could be the number 1 show of all time. It was a show about
Hello, we can hear you guys.
hey,
Okay.
wait, is it working?
We hear you. It's working.
Whoa.
Way to hijack my newscast.
Sorry. Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys are here because Dylan is no fun to play this game with.
Okay.
All right.
So
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
put a
really
pause
glad.
on our. We're talking pretty people problems, so
Well,
we'll put a pause on this. So
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to. Can I figure out how I can? Hey, Dylan. Oh, there we go. Now I see Jennifer.
Hi.
Cool.
hey, I'm gonna try one thing here. I know let's see here. Let me see. This will probably take us away if I do this. Does this take us away? Can you still hear me?
It seems like it.
Yep.
So I'm gone now.
Oh
Now
no.
you can hear me, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I gotta make sure. I was trying to see because I can hear a little bit of an echo in the background, but it might be where you guys are listening and don't have headphones on. So,
Oh, that could be, yeah.
but
We can
Well,
turn
but
it down a
but
little
it
bit
sounds
here.
a lot. It sounds a lot better than it's it. Yeah, like it was the other day. So yeah, so it sounds a little bit better anyway. So
So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so-
Dylan must have this set up now that I'm actually watching on Main Street TV.
Wait,
wow,
what did
wow,
you just
I love hearing
Yeah,
myself
that's not
talk,
working.
talk.
Dylan, undo what you did. Dylan, undo what you did.
Okay, I undid it.
Okay.
So
So
if you're
sorry
just
about
joining us
that.
live, if you're just joining us live on either channel here, we're getting a little bit of we're testing the waters here to see if we can make
Okay.
it sound better. So
All right, so here we go. So I found
So now we do have an issue.
now we have a
here, Dylan.
staticky issue, but I think we're
okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just staticky. So
Okay, sorry about that. No, I was going over Variety released for the first time ever a top 100 TV shows of all time list.
okay.
So we were going down through, and
This is
Dylan said
Robotic
he didn't
Jennifer,
even
by
know
the
what
way.
Sesame Street was.
Wait, Dylan said he doesn't know what Sesame Street was.
Yes. He said he never
How-
watched Sesame Street.
How dare you, Dylan? Dylan just joined us in the studio.
So
We have Jennifer sounding really electronic right now. So, again, if you're just joining us at 9:26 here on the Morning Crew, we're kind of testing things out. We're live on Main Street TV and on right here on Mix 96. So,
Super
but Jennifer sounds
fun.
like a robot. So,
I do.
She definitely does.
yes. So,
anyway, so
Well,
Jennifer, we
she-
may have to call you back and play this game because I can't. Well, first of all, I can't believe. But Dylan knows who Elmo is.
Does he
Dylan
though?
doesn't know who anything is, I don't think. I'm a little concerned about the little guy. We're going to have get him some learning.
Huh.
that's really weird.
But no, so we'll wait. We'll save this for you because
Hey,
I
there
wanted
we
to go
are.
see if you
That
guys
fixed
could
it.
guess.
That fixed it. Okay, let's try. Okay, so
Oh,
we're gonna-
okay.
Yeah, we got it now. So, do we need to have like some? Let's get. I'll put some trivia music on in the background here. So.
Yes, let's do
Okay,
that.
so here we go. Can you
Okay.
hear that?
Sweet, I fixed it.
All right, good job,
All right.
Dylan. You fixed it. Okay,
Yes,
so
we're
here.
good.
Yep, here we go. Okay, number 10 is a show that I have not seen. It ran on ABC at 1977. It was the power of television, and I have never seen it, and I apologize, but it's Roots.
Roots.
Yes.
You talking about not the miniseries, Roots?
Right, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it's I was too young to watch it, but it's
Yeah.
I
basically
mean, I know of the Roots.
Yeah.
Of Roots, yes.
Keith
yes.
Kente and the
Legitimately
other.
never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I was 2 years old, so yeah.
I was only a year old, but I remember seeing replays of it in the 80s. It's a very famous
Yes.
story about African Americans and slaves and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So
Very, very much.
Big.
So now I feel as if I need to go watch it because it did make the top 10. Number 9, you guys will
Buzz
guess
is coming
this.
back. Okay.
Number 9, CBS, 1970 to 1977. And it was a show that probably set the tone for many, many other shows. A show about broadcasting.
Oh, well, yeah.
WKRP in Cincinnati?
No,
No.
Huh.
there's a lady.
A lady? Oh, not Newhart.
About broadcasting.
You're on it.
Was it Newhart?
Nope.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Yay! There
Yes.
you go.
Oh, there you go.
Mary Tyler Moore show. Yes, gotcha.
Mary Tyler Moore Show. Yep. Okay, number 8. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
NBC, 1989 to 1998. It was a show about nothing.
Seinfeld.
Very good. I have to admit, I was not a Seinfeld watcher, so I need to go back and watch that one as well.
I didn't really watch it at the time, but I'm more likely to go back and watch some of the
certain
scenes.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, everybody knows the Soup Nazi and all that stuff. Like,
Yes.
And everybody understands Master of My Domains.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Those
like
two
all of that
episodes
stuff.
at the rally.
Number 7 was a show on HBO. I have never even heard of it. I know that it's very popular. 2002 to 2008. It was about cops. Cops good, perps bad. I don't know. It's The Wire.
The
Yeah, The Wire,
I
yeah.
remember hearing about it. Yep.
Okay, sorry, never heard about that one. Number 6.
Back again, by the way.
Ran from HBO 1998 to 2004.
98 to 2004 on HBO. So
Mm-hmm.
what, Sex and the City?
Yes, good job. Way to go. I'm a little disturbed that he knows that he went right there.
Well, I know of Sex and the City. I mean, I remember watching a few episodes. I mean, the
Okay.
famous characters and Mr.
Yes.
Big.
Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Big. All right, number 5. I would say that this should be higher. Arguably,
Okay,
one
Dylan,
of-
this
It's back again. Get
Hey,
back again.
Jennifer, we're gonna have you hold off for a second and see
Okay.
if we can get Dylan to readjust.
So she's looking at that. So I'm aware of a few of these commercials, or a few of these shows.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not watch Sex and the City.
I
I
don't
did not
know that-
watch The Wire, but I didn't have HBO.
I didn't have HBO either, so
Yeah, I've never seen The Wire. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So still got the buzz pretty bad there. We call, like I said, we call you Robotic Jen right now. So. Or Alien Jen, either way. So.
Robotic Jen.
That'd be a good feature.
yeah, there
It
you
would
go.
be. What can we talk
Wait.
about in robot voices?
Now,
Okay.
now it's a little bit better, but we got a
Is
little
it?
bit of an echo. So
Okay.
He changed the feed.
yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay. All right.
There
Number
you go,
5.
you're back.
That's better. Yep, you're back. You're good.
Okay. AMC 2008 to 2013. I would argue that this is one of the best, not number 5, but should be one of the top 2 shows of all time. AMC 2008 to
2013.
2013. It involved a teacher who had a double life.
Oh, oh my gosh. Let me guess. Did he make meth?
Yes.
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
Yes. Good job.
I should have known that. I should've known that.
Yep. You guys are right. I mean, we should all know about that, right?
Right.
Sure.
Number 4. This is the one that Dylan talked about earlier, one of his favorite shows.
It is.
1989 to present, and it is animated.
Oh, I know this one. I'm gonna let them
Rick
guess.
and
that.
Morty.
I was gonna say
Not that
South
one.
Park.
South Park?
1989.
Yeah, that would be South Park, right?
Nope, the other
No.
one.
Oh, The Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
that's it.
Yeah, 89, not 98.
Yeah, starting to come back again, by the way, Dylan.
Oh no. Okay, number 3, and then I'll let you guys go because We're probably really annoying you. Number 3, I would argue that this is the number 1 show of all time. That's probably all I need to say about that, but it ran on HBO from 1999 to 2007.
Sex and the City. We already did that one.
Yeah.
We already did that.
No, Sopranos.
Yes. I would have to say that would be my number
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
That's number 3 on the list. Number 2 is a show I have never watched on AMC 2007 to 2015.
Walking Dead? No.
Yeah, was Walking Dead on AMC?
Yes, but it's not Walking Dead because it just finished.
Yeah. It's set in the past. Yes.
Mad Men.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
And then the number 1 show of all time, as Variety says so.
Number 1 show of all time. Go ahead. We're telling people, our listeners, what
Just
it
in
is you're
case,
saying
yeah.
in case they can't hear it.
Okay, all right. I'm drum rolling here. Number 1 ran on CBS. This should tell you all you need to know. 1951 to 1957. Ran in black and white, and also.
I Love Lucy.
Yep. Very good.
There you go.
I figured it was I Love Lucy and Leave It to Beaver. So,
Well,
hey,
I wondered if MASH was going to be on the list.
yeah. It's probably on the top 100 somewhere, so.
Oh, it has to be. I haven't read them all. I just did from like 15 down, so I can't believe that MASH is not higher than that.
Right.
What would you guys say your number 1 is?
Of all time, number 1 show of all time. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
You know, the older I get, the more I enjoy watching Friends. I can't help it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that's not up higher.
You know, I'm going to flip the script here a little bit, and I'm going to say, actually, a reality TV show, Survivor.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those shows that I
Oh.
don't like to miss an episode of Survivor. So,
Wow.
but as far
that's
as far as drama is concerned and TVs are concerned, I would say for me, it would have to be. Wow, I don't know, because it's like there's so many different shows that I like, and it just changes on a week by week basis. I think so. I take that back. One of my favorite shows was Chuck, and I know it didn't make the top. But it
Chuck?
still ran. Yeah, Chuck, starring Zachary Levi.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah. So, well, hey, we're gonna check it. We're gonna let you go because Dylan's still trying to figure things out. And we'll keep testing this around over the next few days, but it's
Okay.
kind of a lot better than it was the last time, anyway.
It's better
Yeah,
than telephone,
absolutely.
yes.
So,
Absolutely.
telephone.
Thanks for talking
gonna
with us,
figure it out.
guys.
Not a problem. Thanks for talking to us.
Sure. We'll see you soon.
All right. So yeah, there you go. That's of course Dylan and.
Very good.
Well, it definitely went better than last time.
It definitely went better than last time. That was very, very good. I just got a text from our good friend Jess Keli Adams and said that she is not. I think we had a little mix up. She said she didn't have a link or something, and she would love to be on at some point, but it won't be today because she's not available this morning as we were hoping. So we will get. She's a doll, and we love having her here on the program. All right, Dylan, it's all up to you now, buddy. He's looking at me like, what?
Whew. Well, that definitely went better. I like being able to connect straight to Matt like that.
Yeah.
The only thing was that on the WKOV side, if anyone was listening there, it was a little flaky.
Okay.
Not really sure what that was, why it was doing that. Thought I figured it out. Sort of figured it out. It'll take me some more time to fully get it.
Okay. You'll get it. I have no doubt in my mind you'll get it.
Eventually, yep.
Yep. All right. So this is the difference between, a 19-year-old and a 29-year-old. Don't you dare laugh at me when I say that. What would you say that your favorite TV shows of all time are?
Okay, let me think about this for a second. So I have a bit of a mixed bag of TV shows that I watch. So
Would Rick and Morty be on there?
it's definitely on there.
Okay.
I don't know that I'd put it at number one though.
Okay.
This probably comes as no surprise, but number one for me is probably South Park.
Okay.
It's been around forever, and
It
they've
has
kept
been.
it really funny throughout the years.
You know, I think the best thing about South Park is they give them a pass.
Yeah,
Like those guys just have to get like high as you know what, and like literally they tackle stuff that is the most inappropriate, most unpolitically correct topics, and everybody just lets it go.
Yeah, so
It's
talking on the topic of South Park for a
hysterical.
second, I just watched one of their specials yesterday. So they've gotten into the streaming service. So every once in a while they'll release like a big special. And this one
Okay.
was called Into the Panderverse.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what that would be?
No.
So the term pander didn't really make sense to me, like Panderverse, what are you talking about? As they got into it, they mean more of pandering to one specific audience over the other.
Okay.
So now it might be a bit of a mixed topic, but I mean this in no negative manner. I'm just talking about what
You're
they
talking
did.
facts. Here.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the show they had.
Yeah.
So what they did was a multiversal special. So
Okay.
multiple universes, and the whole gimmick was basically multiverses are stupid. We're not going to do a multiverse story. And it just keeps unraveling around them, and they're really mad about it, and they're just trying to ignore it, but they slowly get drug into it. And one of the universes is the Panderverse.
Uh-huh.
And Cartman, and you know who Cartman is,
Yes.
right? He's just a very bad guy.
Yeah.
So Cartman keeps having really weird dreams that he's like someone who he should not be casted as.
Okay.
And that's basically the whole idea, that him and someone who should not play Cartman get swapped. So Cartman's a chubby little white guy,
Yeah.
and he gets played by a woman, and well, she's not white, and but they're totally the same. It is Cartman to a T.
But she just doesn't look anything like him.
No.
Okay.
And that's the whole basically premise. Like Cartman just randomly got replaced, and he's stuck in this universe where everyone is played by characters you wouldn't expect to play them.
Gotcha.
And along stuck in the universe with him is a Disney executive who would have made those decisions years ago to like have different people play different characters.
Gotcha.
And it was funny, but they definitely went to some areas you wouldn't have expected.
They get away with some seriously inappropriate stuff.
I was kind of surprised they got away with this one, just because like you think it would have got more hate with the way our social media is nowadays.
I don't know why they just do. Like I don't think they care.
Yeah, but it got like no hate. I did not hear anyone with any negative review about that special.
It would be
And I was
nice if everyone would
surprised.
just take things tongue in cheek the way that they're supposed to.
Yeah, I mean,
and-
it was clearly meant to be comedical. They weren't trying to like strike any nerve. They just thought it would be funny, and I mean,
Yeah.
it was kind of funny.
Have you seen so back when I used to watch South Park all the time, it was back in like 98, 99, something like that, which you probably weren't even born then.
Mm-mm.
But they came out with Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. Have you seen that?
Yeah, but the Mr. Hanky,
Howdy-ho.
yeah, the Mr. Hanky I know though, and the Mr. Hanky you know have changed throughout the years.
Oh, they have.
So that was the
I haven't
whole
watched
goal.
South Park forever.
They were trying to stay, I guess you could call it like meta. They were trying to be like realistic about Mr. Hanky.
Yeah.
So at first, he's this Christmas celebrity and everyone loves him. At first, they were kind of like against him, and I'm sure you remember that. Then
Yeah.
they came around to him, and he became this Christmas icon.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo.
Yeah,
He loves me. Or what does he say?
He
I
loves
love
me.
him and he loves you, or something like
I
that.
think it's like he loves me and he loves you.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a whole song and everything.
But he became like this big celebrity in the show, and like different malls had Mr. Hanky, and then they started playing on the joke of like, how can Mr. Hanky be at every single mall every year?
Like
and-
Santa.
Yeah, and then they were like, well, he doesn't have that kind of Christmas magic, and then they went to the mall and they're like, Mr. Hanky, it's you, and he's like, hi kids, and it's like
like a fake.
Yeah.
Mr. Hanky.
And then as the series progressed, they started like making him a little more like he got canceled. He started saying
Oh,
some things he shouldn't say.
like he's not cool.
Well, more like the public was just against some of his like some of his statements.
Gotcha.
And then he started getting into drugs really bad.
Mr. Hanky become a drug addict.
And,
Oh, God.
and then the town eventually had to kick him out because he was just being really inappropriate. And then he ended
I don't
up
know why I don't
in.
watch South Park anymore.
I think they said like, let's send him to where where people that are no longer popular can go. And then he ended up in The Simpsons, and like he was in the middle of like the town square, and he's like, "Hi-yo!"
Howdy-ho.
And he never came back to the show after that.
That's so funny. Do
He
you
had
remember
children too.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, had children?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you ever see the episode? I'm like dating myself because this is like way a long time ago, where there was the turkey named Gobbles.
Yeah.
And he had like the neck that was like, so they're at the turkey farm, and it's got this giant blade that like goes and cuts all their heads off.
Yeah.
That Gobbles, his neck is like broken, so
Yeah.
he lives.
Yeah, I remember
Gobbles!
Gobbles. Yeah, South Park definitely has some interesting episodes.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
But that definitely lands on my number one. But as we go down, then Rick and Morty is probably my number two. Just everyone knows how I feel about Rick and Morty.
Yes.
I actually really stopped liking it last year, but that's when
You did?
Yeah, when everyone was like, "Oh, you love Rick and Morty," I was like, "Well, I used to. I just have all these shirts now." But I got kind of like,
it's just my whole wardrobe.
yeah, I got kind of sick of it though, because the writer in charge of it at the time kept like dragging it out. Like he quit making the episodes entertaining.
Wasn't
and
there like
just
some
kinda sold out.
scandal amongst the writers and stuff?
Yeah,
or
so then the rumors started coming out that he might have been abusing his wife.
yeah,
And then
okay.
he went to court about it, and they found him. They didn't find him yet. I think they found him like in trial, but they hadn't made a decision. And all the bigger companies that he worked with, such as Adult Swim that runs Rick and Morty, cut
Okay.
ties with him.
I got ya.
And
'Cause
then he
a
was
creep.
found innocent.
Oh,
And now he doesn't work there anymore because of the
I
like
got ya.
accusations that went towards him. And
Kinda
once the thing
scandalous.
about his wife came out, a lot of workplace environment stuff came out. Turns out he was not very fun to work with.
Yeah.
So now the co-writer is in charge, and it's picked up again. I really like the show. They
Oh,
went back
okay.
to kind of their roots with it.
Hmm.
They did lose their voice actor though, because he was the voice actor
Oh,
for
yeah.
almost every single character.
Yeah.
So now they've had to recast those parts, and Tom Kenny, I think, plays one of the characters now. Like
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Very funny.
So they sound a little different, but it's way better.
Okay.
So that definitely lands in my number 2 now. But if you asked me last year, it would have been like number 9.
Aha. So it's moved on up.
Yeah. For me, I think number 3 would probably be SpongeBob. I'd consider that like a timeless classic at this point. Though it only came out in like 2000s. In the last 20 years, it's become like the symbol of cartoons.
Yeah. And I would have to say, like, I guess I was like a little bit old for SpongeBob, so I probably should go and watch some of the episodes because I'm sure that they're.
Yeah.
Do they tackle some like inappropriate stuff too, or is it pretty clean?
They used to, but once the writer passed away, a new writer took over and it became completely kid friendly. But it used to be in SpongeBob that like Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob and Patrick went on a panty raid, and they were really like funny about it though, because like you would think that you hear that they would go on a panty raid, right?
Right.
Well, they do, but SpongeBob just brings him to his mom's house, Mr. Krabs' mom's house. And they get to the panty raid and he finds them and he's like, "Yeah, we did it." And then the mom comes out and is like, "Eugene, what are you doing with my bloomers?" And he's like, "You took me to my mom's house."
Oh God. That's so weird.
Yeah. So it was kid friendly, and either they might head in some different routes. It always ended up being completely innocent. And then yeah, it was a good show. It's a little different nowadays because it's been running so long.
Yeah.
But that would be number 3 for me. And then number 4, probably Adventure Time. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one. It's basically just like this teenage kid and his dog, and they go on adventures. But as the series progresses, it's kind of revealed that the whole world it's meant to be cartoony. So like, there's his dog can stretch, and there's a princess he has to protect, and she's made of bubble gum. Like it seems really cartoony and innocent.
Uh-huh.
But then as it goes on, they get kind of dark with it and say that it's a post-apocalyptic world.
Oh.
Yeah. So It's something else.
I'd say so.
But it was really popular when it was out.
Okay.
Number 5, probably Regular Show. Am I losing you?
Yep.
Yep, Regular Show. So it's the same deal about two best friends. Only instead of being a human and a dog, it's a blue jay and a raccoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and the whole joke is that like they're a completely regular show. Get it? Because they're not regular at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And what channel is that on?
Cartoon Network.
Oh, gotcha.
And then another one, which I'm probably still losing you, but Steven Universe.
Yep. Still lost me.
Yeah, that one. I'm not even going to explain that too well. It's just his name's Steven, and he goes on some adventures.
Uh-huh.
And
I sense a theme with your
adventures.
adventures. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, then there's Craig of the Creek, where this kid goes on adventures. Yeah, a lot of my shows are just adventure based.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like ones that are less cartoony, probably Grey's Anatomy, Heartland. Have you watched either of those?
I haven't watched. I did watch Grey's Anatomy like when it first came out, and then I didn't watch it anymore. But I know people were obsessed with it.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
it's
a
not
really
on
big
anymore,
phenomenon
right?
for a while. Well, it is, but they've lost all of their original cast,
Oh, okay.
even the main character.
Gotcha. Okay. And then Heartland is it like Yellowstone, or is that a different show I'm
It's
thinking
sort of
of?
similar to Yellowstone. It's about a family. They own a ranch and they breed and like tame and train horses. So I've never seen Yellowstone, but I imagine they're sort of similar. Like there's an older grandpa who looks out for the whole family, a younger daughter who's seeing this boy that's kind of rebellious, and they're
It
like,
sounds
"Will they?
exactly
Won't
like
they?"
Yellowstone.
Yeah. And then there's the grandpa, his wife died, and he's trying to get back into the dating world, but he's not very public about it. Like he
Aw,
doesn't want to say he's trying to date, but there's these older
grandpa.
women that keep coming around, and he has to shoo some of them away, and then he gets married, and then there's a vet doctor that's seeing one of the daughters, and it's just, I don't know if it sounds similar to Yellowstone.
I mean, it could be the same show. Yeah.
There's
Um,
like rival ranches that they have to like they're not really fighting, but they're not working together.
yeah.
One of the dads, the dad of the two daughters, was a drug addict who went away for a while, and then the mom died, so he came back to try and like take care of the family since their mom's gone.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I don't like Yellowstone, they went on a rant with these spin-offs of it, like prequels and all this stuff.
Yeah,
And it was like everyone got all hyped up about it, and then they happened, and then you haven't heard anything since then. And I guess Yellowstone's pretty in turmoil right now
yeah, like
because
Yellowstone 1973. I
they're
think is one of
all,
them.
yeah, they're all fighting and suing each other, and I don't even know.
And didn't the grandpa leave that show, or like he's about to, and the show's gonna
Well,
be in
there's
some
this whole
trouble?
scandal about Kevin Costner, and because he's like the star of the show, and well, one of them, but the kind of the main lead character, and he said he didn't want to work as much, and they're wanting him to work more and film more, and he's going through a divorce, and
Oh.
he doesn't want to,
Is that
and
divorce going to end up on front page news where one of them is like accusing the other of all
I
this big
hope
stuff,
not. I don't think so.
and there's like an
I think
SNL skit about it, and
I think it's divorces for the most part are not friendly, but like I don't think it's gonna
so
get to
it
that
won't
kind
end up
of.
where like the co-star of Aquaman gets kicked out after the
No,
divorce.
I don't. I mean, I don't think so. But I think that there's just a lot of. I think what happened was they made this Yellowstone show and it blew up, and nobody. This is just my take on it. Nobody was ready and prepared for the popularity of it and whatever. And I don't know that the cast is even that dedicated to, like, they're just like, well, we need to do other projects and things like that, but everybody wants more Yellowstone, so it's just like, what do we do with this thing?
Yeah,
They
that
created a
happens
monster
sometimes with
basically,
shows.
where
It's
everybody wants more and more and more and more,
Yeah.
and
They kind of did a similar thing with Grey's Anatomy. They tried to give it a spinoff, and people were hyped up about it. And then the spinoff got less popular, then it canceled. Then they made another spinoff.
Yeah.
And they tried to combine the two spinoffs into one show, but not make it where they're like the same show. So like every episode would have a star of the spinoff in it in the main series, and vice versa.
Which is what they're trying to do now with Walking Dead.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing with Walking Dead.
Which I haven't watched any of those spinoffs.
Well, it was the Carol and Daryl spinoff. So 2 lead characters. And then one of them backed out. So it just became the Daryl spinoff.
Okay.
And then they did the Rick and Michonne spinoff. So
Yeah.
Rick's back and he's getting a spinoff. But it's like a story of love, basically. Like they're trying to reunite, but both of them are like Rick is captured by this like government agency for some reason when he died. Turns out he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
And they always hinted at that, but never said it.
Yeah.
Now he can't get to her, but he's trying, and she's got to find him. So, like, it's a love, but they can't be together kind of story.
It's just, I mean, I would say The Walking Dead should be at least top 20 shows, I would guess, of all time, but I don't know if it is or not. But then when they started doing all the spin-off stuff and all that, it was just like, no.
Yeah, they kind of
Like, it needed to just end.
Mhm.
Just have it end. Which I guess Walking Dead was based off a comic book.
Yeah. The comic book was not as popular as the show,
Mhm.
but I mean, of course, you know, it's based off the comic, but the comic was more truer than the series was. They over exaggerated the series, and that's the point where they lost their fans. So, like, in the original, I think it was Glenn died immediately, like pretty quickly on, like mid story.
Okay.
And in this one, they drug Glenn out until Negan to make it more dramatic.
Yeah, it was dramatic, all right.
Yeah. And but they killed him off the way he was supposed to die with the whole walkers. They killed him, but then it turns out he had survived under the dumpster. So that's where he was supposed to die, but he didn't. Daryl was never supposed to be in the show. He was never a character.
Oh, really?
Mhm. They just liked him because they wanted to play him as another Rick, which is what they did.
Yeah.
And I think what else was it? Yeah, shoot, the kid Carl never was supposed to die.
Okay.
They just killed him off because the actor got sick of it, and then after the actor died, he made a public statement that he wanted to come back, and they're like, "It's too late, dude."
It's kind of weird. You kind of got eaten by a walker,
Yeah,
man.
like
Like,
it's a little too late, man.
yeah,
Like
we can't bring you back.
we didn't kill you in a way like we did with Glenn, where maybe you could come back, like before the whole
Before the Negan thing.
That there's no coming back.
Baseball
from that.
bat and barbed wire will kind of do it to you.
Yeah.
What is Judith in the comic book? The little girl.
I think so. I can't remember how far the comic goes on.
So someone told me that the comic book, spoiler alert, turn it off if you want to read the comic. Someone told me that the comic book actually ends like Rick wakes up and it was all just a dream.
I think that's true. James Wolfe just said that Daryl Dixon also got a spinoff over to Fortnite. So I think they made a skin about him in Fortnite.
Oh.
I didn't know that was true. That's weird. Did they actually do that? Daryl, how do you Daryl? That's a weird way to spell it. Daryl Dixon.
I don't know.
Fortnite skin.
So you can be, you
Oh.
can.
It looks pretty legit. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. So you can be Daryl in Fortnite?
I guess so. That's not something I knew.
You have to buy him though, right?
Yeah.
You have
and
to
you can
pay to
also
be
be
him.
Michonne.
What?
Man, why does Fortnite want to have every character in
Does
it?
she have her big sword
Yeah.
thing with her? Cool.
Yeah, that's something else.
That has to go down as the sharpest sword ever in history. If you
Yeah.
ever watch the show, I mean, she just slices
through
the crap
anything.
out of everybody with that
Yeah.
thing.
Her character was kind of interesting where like she came in at first with like those 2 walkers that always had to
Yeah.
be with her.
Yeah.
And then I think someone killed them and she didn't want them to or something like that.
Well, she was with the girl with the blonde hair. Weren't they like together?
I think so.
And I think Daryl ended up like being with her for a while. And they had like the 2 walkers that they'd
hmm
pulled their teeth or something, so they
Yeah.
couldn't bite them, but they stunk, so they carried.
Yeah, that's gross. That's gross, man.
Well, it's better than the people at the end that wore the meat
Yeah,
suits.
that was really
so
gross.
Gross.
it just got worse and worse. And like at one point
It
they
got-
killed off like half the cast.
It
Did you
really
remember that?
needed to end.
Do you remember that where like they like stuck their heads on a stick? in the
Yes,
field?
on posts all the way down
Yeah,
the
like they
like
were-
half the cast. Yeah,
Yeah, that was terrible. And I thought it was like some sort of joke or something. No, it was legit. They did that.
that's
Like, why
one
would you
thing.
do that to your show? Like killing off half the
I don't
cast
know,
out
but
of
they were
nowhere.
never afraid to kill people.
I know, and that's the
That
worst
and
thing
Game
they
of Thrones.
did. I never watched Game of Thrones.
You didn't watch Game of Thrones. You, of
Yeah.
all people, did not
Yeah, I
watch
never
Game of
watched
Thrones.
it. I also never watched The Hunger Games, and everyone keeps telling me I need to watch it.
You would love it.
Maybe. I never finished it. I mean, I tried to watch the first movie, but it just lost me really quickly.
What? You?
Yeah.
No way.
I know. You'd
You
think
would
I'd be
like
into
it.
that stuff, but
Yeah.
it lost me so quick.
Really?
Mhm.
That's weird. I don't believe you.
It happened.
Okay.
I was watching it like before. You would think I would enjoy it too because, like, first off, the story seems like something I'd be into. But I was at band and I had the choice between watching Hunger Games or going to band. And of course, I like band and all, but I never really wanted to stick around as long as I did.
Yeah.
So, like, I have the choice between band or Hunger Games, and I chose band.
You would like it. And there's
Yeah.
several movies, you know, there's like several in the series, so I think you would like them. They're
Yeah.
pretty good.
And there's a new one. The new Hunger Games.
Is there?
The Ballad of Stick and Stones or whatever.
Oh,
It's a prequel.
okay. I
Oh,
don't.
hit the microphone. Sorry about that.
The prequels kind of are weird.
Yeah.
That's like
prequels
what
are
they did
weird.
with Yellowstone.
Well, I think
where-
they're supposed to be making
those were
a-
kind of good though because it explained how the family got there.
I think they're
but-
making a Full House prequel too. Like
Okay, I don't know
Danny
about
and the
that.
wife.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Like, let Full House end.
I don't know how they could do that because he's dead and the wife in the show is dead and
Mhm. I think they have a plan. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
okay, we'll see about that. All right, well, we have to get out of here for the day. We will try to hook up with our good friend Jess Keli Adams here soon and would love to talk with her on the show and maybe get a little bit better version of that video downloaded and we'll play it for you again right here on the show. So hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.